Why do we constantly choose what feels good right now, even when we know it sabotages our future goals? This is present bias, an ancient, deeply embedded psychological mechanism that forces us into terrible short-term trades. Failing to understand this invisible mechanism keeps you trapped in a loop of immediate gratification, repeatedly sacrificing the things you actually want for a fleeting moment of comfort. Deconstructing this trap requires a map of its four distinct parts: the energy instinct, the long-term pushback, the illusion of relief, and the consequence blind spot. Recognizing these interconnected gears is the first step toward reclaiming control over your own behavior. Human behavior is driven by a biological need to conserve energy. Our brains operate as high-efficiency machines designed to survive using as few calories as possible. This is the habit loop, a subconscious tool designed to solve problems with minimal effort by moving directly from a trigger to a reward. To save power, your mind constantly favors the action that yields the most immediate payoff. In a harsh ancestral environment, this wiring ensured survival. In a modern world filled with engineered distractions, it locks us into cycles of instant gratification. Your brain is simply executing its biological programming to save energy by taking the path of least resistance right now. This drive for immediate ease clashes with the reality of long-term goals. Writing a book, starting a business, or getting in shape requires sustained effort for a reward that may not arrive for years. As soon as you commit to a course of action that benefits your future self, a destructive psychological force rises in opposition. This internal friction treats your ambition as a direct threat to your current state of comfort, physically blocking your path. Present bias weaponizes this friction, making the required work feel impossibly heavy and overwhelming. Merely thinking about difficult, long-term goals automatically triggers this natural psychological defense mechanism. Faced with that psychological pressure, you look for a way out. This is the exact moment the trap closes. Choosing an easy distraction, like checking your phone or doing a minor chore, delivers a sudden, powerful hit of comfort. While this feels like an escape, the pressure remains exactly as it was, merely pushed into the future. You have traded long-term progress for a temporary sense of safety. Because the task remains, this short-term relief rapidly ferments into guilt and anxiety. Giving in to the present urge is a deceptive choice that actively generates future pain. We repeatedly fall for this illusion because of how our brains process the passage of time. The future is an abstract, constructed concept. It does not physically exist in the current moment. Your mind struggles to feel the actual weight of consequences, like a missed deadline or a failed project, until they have physically happened. Present bias thrives in this blind spot. The immediate moment acts like a blinding spotlight, washing out the distant future until those long-term consequences disappear into the dark. The trap works because tangible, immediate comfort will always outcompete a future consequence that feels imaginary. The trap is the sum of these four parts: the energy instinct, the long-term pushback, the illusion of relief, and the consequence blind spot. This cycle is a biological and psychological illusion. It is the result of ancient survival mechanisms, distinct from your character or your discipline. Mapping these precise mechanisms creates the perspective required to move past them. This understanding transforms a vague, overwhelming urge into a predictable process you can navigate. Thanks for watching. If you want to keep breaking down the hidden mechanisms behind human behavior, we've got you covered.